January 1933. Adolf Hitler has taken power in Germany.
November 10th, 2014. Balloon Boy has taken over Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, and his reign of terror has no sight of ending.
Shit! Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh. Okay!
That means I'm jump scared. Yeah.
Where they are everywhere.
Now, some might say Nazi Germany was pretty terrible, right? Like, yeah, man, I agree with that. I agree, Nazi Germany was pretty bad. But 6 million people died in Nazi Germany, which is a lot. But how many downloads does Five Nights at Freddy's 2 have? 23 million downloads. And let's just say, even like, if half of those people died because of Balloon Boy, that's still more than 6 million people, right? Now you might be saying like, but like, Nazi Germany, Hitler, he was like pretty bad guy, But Balloon Boy and his femboy boyfriend Foxy, working together, Balloon Boy stealing your batteries, him being able to just throw away your run like that is absurd. You could be at 5:99 a.m. and Balloon Boy could just ruin the entire run. Boom, it's over. But if you were in Nazi Germany and let's say you're about to escape, you could have ran away. But what if Balloon Boy was in there to stop you and he starts laughing and then like the guards hear you? You're done because of Balloon Boy. Honestly, I would say Balloon Boy's pretty bad, worse than Nazi Germany. And what makes him even worse is that he doesn't only appear in Five Nights at Freddy's 2. He also appears in FNAF World, which in FNAF World he works on your side, which I mean is really, really well. His unscrewability, amazing. But he's also in FNAF 4 as Nightmare Balloon Boy, where he's not as bad in FNAF 4 because he's only on one night and if you die to him, you don't really like die or lose anything. But in Ultimate Custom Night, not only is there Balloon Boy, you also have to deal with Nightmare Balloon Boy, which is like, brother, what? Now, Nightmare Balloon Boy's gimmick is pretty easy. I'm pretty sure you just have to like shine the flashlight at him and stuff. So if I was saying Nightmare Balloon Boy is worse than Nazi Germany, I'd be wrong. But guess who else appears in Ultimate Custom Night? Normal Balloon Boy, which is alright, because you can just close the vent on him and then go back to the cameras. But in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, you have to deal with the entire commotion of putting on the mask. And if you put on the mask, you can't open up the cameras to wind up the music box. And so either Puppet or his femboy boyfriend Foxy will jump scare you, which makes it pretty terrible. And not only that, let's just look at his design, He's got a pretty ugly hat. His like clothing is pretty ugly as well, He's got them crazy big eyes, which makes him, I would say, an F-tier model. He is nowhere close in the designs of like the normal toy animatronics or even the Withers. The Withers are pretty sick. So, that also like his look is just worse than Nazi Germany as well. And then let's see. In FNAF World, we also have his counterparts as well. We got JJ. Don't even get me started on JJ. His Balloon Boy's design is pretty bad. But then we also have JJ, who we barely even see in the game. She only appears in the desk. JJ giving you a BJ. They don't call me Shakespeare for no reason. It's pretty terrible. She kind of just sits there and does absolutely nothing, serves zero purpose, which I mean is better than Balloon Boy's purpose, just sitting there ruining the entire run for you. I was editing the video and I completely forgot to mention Phantom Balloon Boy. Now, Phantom Balloon Boy, I absolutely despise with a passion. Not only was he annoying in the second game, is he more annoying in Five Nights at Freddy's 3. Because you could just be going through the cameras, minding your own business, and then you accidentally flip on Phantom Balloon Boy, and then he scares the crap out of you, and he screams and attracts William Afton, and he breaks almost every single monitor. But yeah, I just felt like I had to mention him because I forgot him earlier. And yeah, have a good day. I love you. Mwah. Use code Zachy Daddy in the Fortnite item shop.